welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this week I am not on screen, fancied just kind of kicking back a little bit and just showing you the cards, really, showing you what your spread looks like. We're going to be doing, I'll tell you the spread that we're doing this week, and I'll show you the cards obviously as well. So firstly, the cards that we're using this week are the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This is the one that I usually use for my clients. But you'll see that when I use this, I actually cut it down. I trimmed it. I'm one of those readers that watches all the trimming videos of cards and all of the edging and stuff. So I trimmed it and edged it, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I only did it actually because I've got a second backup deck of this that hasn't been opened. So I thought, hey ho. So we're going to use that. And we're going to use, probably for the first reading, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. I just love these cards. I've had these like a couple of years, never really used them. 2-3 years I think, along with the other deck of his, the one in the blue box, and I never used them. Started using them and they are incredible, so we're going to use those. And any clarifiers, any clarification we might need, guys, we will use the Small Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot in a tin. So sit back, relax and enjoy your week ahead reading. Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. So this is the 23rd to the 29th. So Sunday 23rd, it goes from Sunday 23rd to Saturday 29th of February. Hope you guys have had a really good month so far. If you've seen the cards that I'm using in the cards used section at the beginning of the reading, I've decided to add some different cards as well. So for this reading, for your kind of general reading this week, we're going to have a look at the Tarot of the Enchanted Dreams by Yasmin Westwood. It's a new deck. It's phenomenal. Really lovely. At first I wasn't sure, but as I've been using it lately, I just think, actually, I really like this deck. So we're going to use this today. And we may kind of chuck in some of the John Holland Psychic Tarot of the Heart as well, which I'm absolutely in love with this deck too. So let's have a look at what the energies are around you, or what the universe wants you to know. They're quite big, so we've got to shuffle them this way. Universe Spirit, in 10 cards, what do you want Sagittarians to know this week? What is the message that you have for Sagittarius this week in 10 cards? What's the message that you have for Sagittarius this week, please, in 10 cards? All right, Sagittarius, let's have a look. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'll try and pull this down a little bit here so that you guys can see. You know, as you can see, for those of you who watch the channel consistently, on a consistent basis, you'll know that I'm always kind of changing the spreads around, because I just like kind of playing around with whatever I see on the, you know, in the reading sort of thing. I like to kind of just switch things up a little bit. I don't always like to stick with the one, you know, with the one particular spread. Okay, so there we go. There's our 10 cards down. And let's have a look at, we just talk intuitively really about what we see in the cards. Let's have a look then. So this week, the World, nice. Accomplishment, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new one, completion is the World energy. And the High Priestess. That's, you know, I really feel that you need to tap into your highest intuition. I mean, this is the highest. The world energy is the highest form. It's the highest. It's not just about the completion of a stage, or it's not just about the ending of a cycle. It's also about something that's very big. So the world could mean that if somebody said, how old is such and such, and they got the world, they'd probably be somebody past their 50s, because they're quite mature. You know, this is a high level of being is the world energy. This is the highest form of anything you can get. So I think that you guys this week, I think it's a week for tapping into your intuition, and I think that your intuition is probably going to be very high this week, I would say, probably with that world energy showing there. Let's have a look at the next card showing here. Page of Cups energy, imagination, new love, new beginnings, a child perhaps, with the Page of Cups energy showing here as well. But this is also the imagination. Oh wow. The Tower. Well, we've got some kind of complicated combinations here. Let's have a look at this. So we've got the Tower here and we've got the Page of Cups. What have we got next? Wow, this is a very good combination to get. This is why I always say within tarot, never look at something like a Tower card as being negative, because it's not always negative. A lot of people want to look at the Tower and say, oh my God, Tower, chaos, blah, blah. But if you get a 9 of Cups after that, you've got some amazing things coming in. You know, these dreams, maybe some of you guys have had some dreams that you want manifested, and suddenly out of nowhere the Tower just brings all of this into being. Suddenly, just unexpectedly. That's the Tower energy. Cards like Tower, Wheel of Fortune, it's all about the unexpected. So unexpectedly good things happening with that Nine of Cups energy. When you do tarot, you're just looking at the cards around cards and you're reading in there. I had someone I was reading for the other day, and I had a Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups. She was asking a specific question, and I knew that she would completely fall in love with someone. Ten of Swords isn't always about bad shit. Ten of Swords is just sometimes completely surrendering to someone. You know, you're just completely giving in. You know, you get a Ten of Swords and a Devil, you're completely giving in to a temptation, that type of thing, or drugs, or whatever it is. So you just read the cards, you learn how to blend and flow the cards in with whatever you have, and this is a very good combination here. Some of you guys, it may be that your intuition is on very high alert with that world energy showing there, because the world is the highest. It's like the highest thing that you can get. It's like coming to the top of the mountain. You know, imagine yourself at the top of the mountain with the world energy and being the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is not necessarily a person. I mean, it can be. High Priestesses can be, you know, black magicians. They can be devil worshippers. They can be conjurers. They're like magicians, really, High Priestesses are. But in the tarot, often we look at the word intuition as well and secrecy. All right? And it could be something to do with that. I mean, we are coming to an ending of a cycle here. We do have a High Priestess. Page of Cups, both Pisces energies, which are really interesting showing there as well. But there is an ending cycle here, the High Priestess. It could be something to do with secrecy as well. Page of Cups energy. Does the page speak? Well, it's a message, isn't it? This could be a secret message coming up, being revealed, something coming up, something you've always wanted as well. So we could say ending of a cycle with the world energy, the High Priestess, a secret message. Or maybe some of you guys have been getting secret messages, because sometimes when you get the Page of Cups and a High Priestess and a Moon, this is somebody who's communicating with you, but you don't really know who they are, or they're kind of sending you messages, or, you know, they're calling you, but you don't, you know, they do a withheld number or something like that, you know. And the Tower seeks to take anything that is being concealed in the High Priestess out. Maybe you guys are getting some really unexpected, because this Page of Cups and the Tower could be an unexpected message. All right, Nine of Cups, getting something really good in. I think for some of you guys, there could be something coming to you this week. Maybe a message, maybe something that's been hidden for a while, suddenly coming out. And for some of you guys, I think with the World and the High Priestess, it could be this week as a week for tapping into your intuition. All right, so I think that some of you guys, your intuition is going to be very high this week. I feel that dreams with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is all about your dreams, your imagination. With that Tower, it's coming to fruition, because the Tower is coming out of that page. So if you think about the Page of Cups as being, can you see how the two cups as well? That's interesting. There's two cups above this page's head. And it's almost like the cups are, can you see, she's daydreaming. She's got this very daydreaming look on her face. And it's almost like she's dreaming about romance, or she's dreaming about love. Or she's dreaming about, the Page of Cups can be anything. I mean, the Page of Cups can be a drug. You could be a drug taker with that Page of Cups. You could do weed, or, you know, you might drink too much with the Page of Cups or whatever. But I feel that this is the imagination. I think something that you guys have been dreaming of as the Page. All right, so often you go into this realm of nice bits of fantasy with the Page of Cups. I think with the Tower, for some of you guys, this could basically come to fruition with that Tower, and something good is coming out of this. So it's almost like dreams coming to fruition, wish being fulfilled with the Nine of Cups energy showing here. Let's have a look at the next one. We've got the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups could be a new, I often find that when it stands before a card, it's the new path. Let's have a look what's in front of that Eight. Could still be walking away from something. Yeah, I mean, I certainly feel that some of you guys are entering into a new path, or you're on a new path here. Okay, some of you guys are searching probably for information as well, because the Eight of Cups can be searching. It's not just working or walking away, it's searching as well. She's looking for something. Some of you guys, and this is information, some of you guys are searching for information here. Or because H represent advancement, it's advancing towards a new path. Because pages are the new path as well. Ten of Swords. Funny we mentioned that, didn't we? Sometimes the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords, this can be a bit of a backstabber. This can be somebody who's gossiping and talking behind your back. You may be ignoring this, or you may be walking away from someone who's backstabbed you, talked behind your back with that Page of Swords. Gossiped about you in those areas there. Let's have a look at the next one. Nine of Swords. Now, can you see with this Eight of Cups how he's got how she's got her back turned to this. She's got, the back is turned completely. So I see some of you guys turning your back on this, and this. I think that some of you guys have really been worrying about somebody who's been gossiping and backstabbing you. I see you turning your back on that this week. Oh, wow, look, all swords, interesting. And the Eight of Cups, now we can say, yes, you're not looking towards it, you're turning your back on it. Look at all those, all swords. But the good thing is you're releasing this energy here. It may be because something is going on here. We do have that High Priestess as well. Things being, sorry darlings, if I'm slurping on screen, I don't mean to, I've just got an early morning coffee. High Priestess, secrecy. Somebody is being very secretive with that card. And you've got the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. This is gossiping behind like closed doors, like doing things in secret, showing here. It could be also sending messages as well. So gossiping, this could be like slander, because you've got the Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Cups and the High Priestess. It fills in those 4 cards. Somebody might have been leaving messages maybe on your Instagram or some form of social media. Somebody could have been slandering you online, for example, I'm getting here with those 4 cards. Because the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords can be slander. So this can be somebody who's got, you know, putting you down and saying nasty things. It's like a troll type of combination here. So this could be like trolling showing here. And you've got, they're doing it in secret here. And the Page of Cups would be messaging, for example, doing things like, because the Page of Cups is not a secretive card when it comes to messaging. You're putting all sorts of things online with a Page of Cups or a Page of Wands. Either one of those will do, but it's putting messages, typing messages out. So this could be some of you guys being trolled online in those 4 cards. But I feel that this is a week, and some of you guys may have been feeling really worried about this with the Nine of Swords energy showing here. Really kind of upset, like you've got no power, like you're powerless to stop it. Because the Eight of Swords, often when that card shows up, Sagittarius, it's powerlessness. So the Nine of Swords being the card of anxiety and worry, and the Eight of Swords being the card of powerlessness. You're like, I'm worried because I'm powerless really to stop it. I don't know how to stop it, you know. You don't know how to stop. So you've been worrying because you think, I don't really know how to control and stop this person who is been trolling me probably online. Or if it's not trolling you online, the Page of Cups is a nice, pleasant communicator. All right, it might be that you've got a High Priestess, you've got a woman around you for some of you guys who's been communicating really nicely, but being that she's a High Priestess, she's probably got a hidden agenda anyway. So there's somebody around you, perhaps for some of you Sagittarius as well, that we could say that somebody's been really nice to you, but they've got a hidden agenda. Maybe they're being nice, but in secret. This is like the Two-Faced card, you know, Two-Faced combination. In secret, somebody does something, but to your face with the Page of Cups, they're being really, really nice. And it may be that they've been gossiping behind your back, slandering you, putting you down behind your back here, whilst being very nice to your face with that Page of Cups energy. I do think that some of you guys know about this anyway, if it resonates with you Sagittarius, because you've been worried about it and you felt kind of not only just anger with that Eight of Swords and also the Tower, because the Tower can be feeling very angry and this card is the one of frustration, but also very worried because there's a sense of I'm powerless to kind of stop this thing. But I do feel that whatever it is, whether it's trolling or having somebody who's being two-faced, they're nice to your face but they're bitchy behind your back, I would say, and that is also, look, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords behind your back. See, the person's back is turned to this. So behind your back, somebody's doing all of this stuff, and you guys have been really worried that they've been doing it behind your back. But I do actually feel with that Eight of Cups as well that some of you guys this week are saying, just fuck it, I'm not going to worry about this. And you're just kind of just releasing it. You're moving away from it with that 8, turning in another direction showing here. I think that you're taking the higher ground with that world energy here. That's what I think that you're doing. I think that some of you guys are just doubling up the cards. I think that with this world energy as well, if you're turning your back on somebody who's quite nasty here, or they've been trolling you in these cards here, it may be also that your intuition tells you with the world energy that I need to take the higher ground on this energy here, and I need to just ignore it with the 8 of Cups, turn my back. Because I feel that your intuition is that some of you guys need to start focusing on your dreams. You need to start focusing on making things happen, on nice things with the Page of Cups energy. Because once you start focusing on nice things, and this is the advice that I think really that the universe wants to tell you, actually Sagittarius this week, that yeah, you may have trolls, Page of Swords, 10 of Swords. You know, they're doing it all kind of like with a nice face in a way with the Page of Cups energy. They're doing things in secret, High Priestess. High Priestess is secrecy. We double this up. If this is the troll that we're talking about, they're doing it in secret. They're hiding themselves, basically. This is probably somebody who's a kid, more than likely, because it shows us a Page of Cups. So if somebody's trolling you with that Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, they're hiding. Maybe they're hiding that they're just a child. Maybe it's a child that's doing this and not an adult or something like that, because you've got a Page of Cups energy. Could be revealed here who it is with the Tower energy as well. But I think the universe is saying whether this is trolling or whether this is somebody who's being bitchy behind your back, whatever it is. I think the universe is saying it this week, Sagittarius, it's time to, and you guys have been really worrying about this, feeling powerless to make it stop. But I think that Sagittarius, what I would say is that the universe wants to give you advice this week, and it wants to say, look, tap into your intuition, Sagittarius. All right, take the higher ground on this with the world energy. Walk away from it, release it. All right, because also the world energy is ruled by Saturn. So the world energy also represents feeling like we're enclosed by the world. All right, so this is also, we don't have a ring around this one, but usually on the world you've got a ring around the woman. So usually because it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of limitations and boundaries, this can mean somebody physically imposes boundaries on themselves. Maybe you need to tap into your intuition. And with the Eight of Cups also being ruled by Saturn, it's Saturn in Pisces, I think, you need to release the boundaries of the world. All right, now if you want to, in terms of releasing the boundaries of the world, Sagittarius, it's releasing all of this energy here, all of these swords. They're not great sword cards. So, I mean, you can turn a card around to anything. The Eight of Swords can mean that you're committed to a lover because you're bound to love. If you get with the Two of Cups, sometimes you're committed to a lover rather than uncommitted. The Nine of Swords can mean that you've attained more knowledge about something. It might be a heavy weight to carry, but it can mean the attainment of more knowledge. And also you've got two nines in the reading as well. 2 pages and 2 nines showing here. You're on a new path here, guys. And also around this energy as well, if you've been trolled or if you've got somebody around you who's doing that, they're more than likely, they're either a child or they're acting like a child. They've got very childish energies around you. You might be having a couple of people doing it, but they're young, probably. They're just trying their luck. All right, and I think that showing here with the 2 nines, you're nearly at a place of completion here, and also 2 eights. We've got 2 eights, 2 nines, and we have 2 eights, 2 nines, 2 pages. So pages also mean new paths. So some of you guys with the 2 pages, multiple pages mean young energy. Yes, you could be getting advice from younger energy, younger people, but also I don't think it correlates to this reading. This is a new path. So some of you guys are really on a new path now. 2 eights, you're advancing. So 2 eights and 2 pages. Some of you guys are advancing now towards a new path. All right, 2 eights advancing, 2 pages, new path. So you're advancing towards a new path, and you're very close now to this. So reading with the 2 nines, it's saying Sagittarius, if we're decoding the reading and looking through numerology, we'll say with the 2 nines, the message from the universe this week, Sagittarius, is that you are very close, 2 nines, to advancing 2 eights towards a new path, 2 pages showing here. All right, if you are being trolled, or you are being sabotaged, which is what the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords is. This is somebody sabotaging you, talking behind your back. This is somebody kind of like slandering you, saying bad things about you, that type of thing. Think about if you have a website and you do whatever you do, and then you've got people writing bullshit, reviews about what your work, because they want to sabotage you and they want to put you down. They want to keep you down by their words. That's what this is. The universe is saying that because you are very close to advancing 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups, towards this new path, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, what you need to do is tap into your intuition with the High Priestess and take the higher ground with the world and ignore all of this with the 8 of Cups energy. Because at some point, your dreams are going to come to fruition. And it might come to fruition today, it might come to fruition tomorrow, but your dreams with that Tower and the 9 of Cups, 2 very good combination cards together, your dreams are just gonna they're just gonna go into orbit as well, because when you get the Tower, the Tower gives the next card towards it, if it's a good card, that added push. So if you have the Tower and the 9 of Cups, you know that you're getting a whole heap of money coming in from somewhere. The 9 of Cups is probably a better card because this is all about your dreams. So suddenly, unexpectedly, out of nowhere, everything is coming together. All these dreams that you've had, all these fantasies, all these, desires with the 9 of Cups, it's all coming to fruition. Okay? But in order for this, I think, to happen, Sagittarius, you really have to start taking the higher ground around this energy here. Instead of tapping into these energies here, you need to be tapping into these energies here. Okay? Let's have a quick look at what the John Holland wants to say. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and see what this is wanting to say to you. In 5 cards. What other advice do you have for Sagittarius, please, this week in these 5 cards for the general reading? Right, let's have a look. I love this deck. Really love it. So, joy and stability. Choose your battles. All right. So, I think that this choose your battles really works in with this. There's no point in trying to... And some of you guys have felt powerless with the 8 of Swords energy. You've been worrying because you've just been feeling I'm powerless to fight this. But it's just saying choose your battles. A troll or a bitchy person is going to fade away. If you give it no energy, if you give it no sustenance, if you don't feed it, if you don't feed the troll, if you don't feed, you know, their anger, if you don't feed... Because the thing is, people always like... There are certain people like trolls that like people's weaknesses. They love it. They love it when they see you arguing with them because they know that they're getting to you. So the best thing to do is just to ignore it. Just because the one thing that they don't like, trolls are basically narcissists. That's what a troll is. Or somebody who's quite nasty and bitchy. They're basically a narcissist. They want a reaction, so they've got something to come back at you with. This is why the universe is saying, focus on joy and stability and just choose your battles. It's not worth fighting with people like this. You need to trust. If you fight with people like this, you're fanning their flames. Don't bother fanning their flames. Just let it go. If you bat a fly away, it'll go. So just bat them away like they're an insect. That's annoying. Because they will finally just relent and go. If you keep kind of fanning the flames, arguing with them on a daily, whenever, if you go into work, you're arguing with them, they're just going to keep coming back for more. And I learned that lesson a long time ago. Because I used to work in places where there were absolute freaking narcissists. And the trouble with me is I'm a Scorpio, so I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to fight. If somebody pisses me off, I'm going to fight. And I used to do that all the time. But it got me nowhere because I would have probably more than likely, I would say 100%, I've ended up being the loser, unfortunately. I've ended up losing the battle because I was just, there were too many of them to fight for me. And you need to listen as well. You need to trust and you need to listen, okay? And open up, all right? Open up to learning as well. There was another card I knew that followed that card. So following on from this, the advice from John Holland, Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I'm in love with this deck. Oh my God. I've had these decks. I've had this deck and I had another one of his, the blue one, the Psychic Tarot, for about 3-4 years. Never used it. Saw a reader on YouTube using it and I thought, I'm sure I got those decks. Took them out and I was like, I was just floored by the whole thing. I was in love. Like literally in love. I'm so happy that I've got these decks. His decks are probably... I would say my number 1 oracle decks to use. I've got loads of oracle decks, but this is my number 1. It's saying you need this week to focus on joy and stability. Choose your battles, Sagittarius. If people are coming for you, fuck them off. Why bother engaging with them? They want you to engage. That's what gives them their food. That's what gives them their sustenance. If you don't engage with them, they basically starve. That's what they do, they starve. And then they think, well, there's nothing going on here. I think I'll just go. That's it. So don't engage with them. Just let them starve. Starve them off the oxygen. Because let me put it to you this way. If you know what I'm talking about here, Sagittarius, you are their oxygen. So if you feed their vitriol, you are basically giving them oxygen. Don't feed the vitriol. You don't give them the oxygen. Trust and listen. It's the High Priestess here again. The black cards are actually... The black cards are actually in this deck, the Major Arcana ones. This is actually the Fool. So you just need to trust. Trust in the unknown, because that's what the Fool is at heart. It's the unknown. It's trusting in the thing that you can't see. It's just allowing yourself to engage in the unknown. Just allowing yourself, in a way for me, the Fool card is about God. It's about just trusting in God, trusting in whatever direction God is putting you in, taking a leap of faith into the unknown and just trusting that God is going to catch you. But also you need to listen to your intuition. We had the High Priestess here and it's showing up here again. Listen to your intuition. But mostly I think open up to being taught. Open up to learning. Okay? Whoever it is you need to learn from, learn from. If you can learn from this reading, learn from it. But open up to learning, because some of you guys, you've been so in your own heads. It's not worth being in your own head, because sometimes other people can teach you stuff. Other people can say, well, this is a better way to do it. This is probably going to get you the results. that you need. So open up to learning as well. What a phenomenal reading to start off with. Love, love, love that reading. I really like doing the readings like this where I'm just showing the decks, because what I like doing about this is that you get to see the decks really lovely. I don't mind being on screen, and I will be on screen now and again, but I enjoy really just showing those decks. I'm going to work out a way that I'm actually going to be able to, because I used to do it like this, put a box at the side and put me on the video, and I might go back to doing that because I really like being on the video and interacting with you guys. But yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. But I really enjoy this week just showing you the cards. I think it's lovely to show the cards off because I've got some amazing decks. I must have something like 200 worth decks, some 200 plus decks. So I love working. I've got some more on the way as well. I'm probably going to start a tarot review channel up as well because I love decks, and I just feel, yeah, I'm probably reviewing older decks as well that people should be kind of looking to get. All right, that is your general reading. Bear with me, we're going to be back with work. Okay, welcome back, Saggies, to your work reading. Let's have a look. I am using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for this. It's the one that I trimmed and edged. So let's have a look. Page of Swords again. So this is a week for learning. Some of you guys may be going on a course in work or you're learning something new. Page of Swords energy showing here. The Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, I mean, the Seven of Wands is taking charge. But the Seven of Wands in work is where you are... how can I explain it? Sometimes this is like demands. Some of you guys have got a lot of demands here in work this week as well. So Page of Swords energy. Some of you guys, it may be that this week is a week for learning something, or this is about, you know, going on a course, that type of thing. The demands of the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is also about demands in work. So having a lot of customers or having a lot of very demanding customers, that type of thing. And death. Something is at an end here. This Seven of Wands. I think that there's some form of... I don't think this is demands. I think there's a challenge that's at an end. All right? Or the ending of a challenge. Because I think that some of you guys have been facing a challenge in the workplace, maybe with the Seven of Wands. But I feel that this is coming to an end. And the Page of Swords can actually also say that maybe you are on a new path here as well with the Page of Swords. Because Page of Swords can be a new path. All pages are new paths as well. So this could be you're on a new path now. Challenges that you were facing, maybe with that Seven of Wands, they're coming to an end with the Death card showing here. Yeah, we've got an ending, a new beginning showing up here within the work environment with the Fool energy showing here. Seven of Coins energy. Seven of Coins energy. When it comes to work, if you look at this lady here, this could be a new job, or she's considering taking a new job. I mean, she already works, but she's considering something new here. All right, so this could be a new beginning. Maybe there's a new opportunity here with the Seven of Coins for you to consider with this Seven of Pentacles energy, because this is all about reviewing. It's a review. So there's a review here with the Seven of Coins energy. Can you see the hand here, how it's being held out? And she's reviewing, should I take it or not? Let's have a look at the next one showing here. And you got two sevens in the reading, so there are choices. Wow, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords energy. So Knight of Swords can be sales. The Knight of Swords can be a new pursuit, pursuing something new, pursuing a new... this is about action, taking action with the Knight of Swords energy showing here. Let's have a look. The Nine of Wands. You may be... I mean, the Knight of Swords can be leaving something behind as well. This Nine of Wands is something that's you've been persevering in. This is hard work. You've been persevering and you've been putting in a lot of effort with the Nine of Wands energy. The Six of Coins energy. I'm seeing effort paying off with the Six of Coins showing here. Because the Nine of Wands does take effort. It's a card about persevering. And with the Six of Coins, you're getting something back. You're being rewarded. So I feel that your efforts will be rewarded. It may be that unexpectedly, because the Knight of Swords can also mean unexpectedly, because it's like something suddenly happens. Sudden change can be there. So there could be a sudden change. All your efforts starting to pay off, showing here with the Nine of Wands and the Six of Coins energy. So for example, if you guys have been looking into getting a new job, for example, with the Page of Swords, maybe you've been exploring going on a course or getting a new job with that Page of Swords, it could be saying, well, you're finally, the challenges that you've faced are now at an end. Out of the blue, suddenly, hard work. Nine of Wands is also the hard work. We keep on going despite us feeling tired or depressed or whatever. We keep on going. So suddenly out of the blue, all your hard work and perseverance is starting to pay off. I've got a new opportunity coming in here, or a new offer, or there's a new opportunity for work coming in here for some of you Sagittarians this week. Let's have a look at the next one showing here. We've got the 7. You've got 3 7s in the reading. So 7s often for me mean choices. All right, so 3 7s. So there's definitely a week for making choices because you've got the multiple 7s showing up here. 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords can be to avoid, or it can be, I mean, you can see here stealing showing here. 7 of Swords energy showing that. Oh, the 9 of Swords. I think that some of you guys, you seem to be... I mean, the 7 of Swords usually in a work reading, in a career reading, can be somebody who is underhanded, for example. You're dealing with somebody in the workplace that's underhanded. But also the 7 of Swords means strategy. All right, so this is working out a strategy, or this is doing something. And can you see how he's taking everything in broad daylight? Showing there. I think that you guys are worried about getting caught. I think you're already in something for some of you guys. You may be worried about getting caught. Maybe this is something you need to do secretly. Because the 7 of Swords sometimes, like in a workplace reading, this would be something that you're being, you know, maybe that you're being offered this new trial, for example, here. Maybe you're a little bit worried because you're going to, you know, you're worried because this guy's getting caught. He's being caught. Can you see he's taking stuff? He's getting caught. And this person here is worried about getting caught. Getting caught brings worry. So worried about getting caught. It feels like suddenly hard work paying off, but you're worried about getting caught. So it almost feels like for some of you Saggies, you might be in a job already. And it may be that you're, which is why we've got all of these 7s around the reading, where you've got this 7 of Wands, 7 of Coins, and the 7 of Swords. Because some of you guys this week, it's like you've got this offer suddenly coming in. Suddenly coming in. You've been looking, probably some of you guys have for a while. I think you're already in a job though, because otherwise why would you be worried about getting caught? You know, why would you be worried about that if you weren't in something? It feels like you're already in something. It feels like you've been looking for something. And it feels like this week it could be that your challenges that you've faced, that type of thing, will be at an end. All right, because, this fall, a new opportunity comes in, all right, and you have to make a decision for you to review. So yeah, but you have to review whether it's something that you want, because can you see how she's got the cushions? Look at that, the cushions behind her. She already works, but there's a new thing coming in here, and she's considering. She's saying, you know, the doggy's loyalty. So should I stay loyal to this, or should I go for something new? So I think there's an opportunity perhaps in the next few days, maybe the next couple of weeks, coming in for some of you Saggies who already have a job. But I feel that you don't want to stay where you are. Probably you do face challenges, but I think that with this, the universe says that this challenge, whatever these challenges, because I think that maybe within some of the job, so if some of you guys, if this resonates with you, within the job that you're already working, Sagittarius, I think some of you guys have probably had problems with the hierarchy. You've probably had problems with bosses or colleagues, and it's saying here that this could be at an end. All right, it feels like something new that you've been looking for. All right, there's now an opportunity for you to kind of take advantage of that, because I see you getting an offer. Now you're already in a job and you're going to have to review. Do you stay where you are, or do you take this new opportunity? I think, you know, this is correlating and saying, well, you know, because suddenly, you know, all your perseverance is going to pay off. But some of you guys are really kind of worried about getting caught. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, some of you guys, you're already in a job, and I feel that you may have been looking for a while for something else, and suddenly something comes in, but you're like, should I just jump ship now? Should I go and take it now, or should I wait? And I think that some of you guys, it might even be that you're being offered a trial to do something, but you're like, I'm really worried about getting caught, because if my bosses know that I'm looking for something else, I'm going to be in trouble. Because I think that what's probably going on here with the work reading is that whatever is being offered to you, Sagittarius, it's not a slam dunk, you know. It's not 100% like, yeah, this is going to be much better. It feels to me like you're kind of like, oh man, I wish there was a way that I could kind of try this out, you know. And I don't want, you know, because I don't know whether I'm going to go for it or not yet, which is why you're doing the reviewing of staying where you are. Maybe where you are is kind of comfortable, staying committed to where you are. The dog could be somebody who's expecting you to stay where you are, or do I go for something new? And you guys might be worried here with the 9 of Swords. I'm really worried about getting caught, you know, because, you know, the job that I'm in, it's not that it's been terrible, but the people that I work with maybe haven't been so great. But now I have a chance with the full energy to end this thing, you know, if I take this opportunity up here. All right. But perhaps some of you guys, I need to do a bit more research. All right. I could quickly go for this thing because suddenly, you know, there's now all your hard work is paying off. You know, suddenly as well with that Knight of Swords, you become very, very close to taking an offer, you know. But some of you guys are like, oh man, maybe I need to look into this a little bit more because if I'm going to kind of like just quickly jump ship with the Fall and the Death card here, I really need to review whether this is something that I'm gonna be okay in, or should I stay where I am. So some of you guys are worried about, I don't think it's necessarily letting down the job. I think it's more than likely kind of getting caught out by the bosses, like your workplace, knowing that you're actually looking for other positions. I think that's what's worrying. All I would say is we don't have a High Priestess here, but I'm going to actually ask what it is that you should do. We'll get the smaller cards out for clarify. What should Sagittarians do? If this resonates with any Sagittarians, what should they do about this situation in 1 to 2 cards? Right, you need to weigh up your options with the Two of Coins energy before moving. The Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is moving, and that's moving like rushing in. So it's not just moving, it's rushing in. So weigh up the options before rushing in. And so I understand why you would do that. You need to weigh up your options, whatever those options are. You know, is the job permanent that they're offering you? Is it better money that they're offering you? What do you know about the environment? All of those things. Do you see what I mean? Is the environment going to be conducive to who you are, Sagittarius? Are there going to be nice people where you work? Are you going to get on with the job? You know, or is it going to be a case of you're going to go from the frying pan into the fire? It's all of those things. So weigh up your options before rushing in. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to come back with your love reading. Okay, Saggies, welcome back to your love reading. Let's have a look for the week, what the universe wants to tell you. The Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is usually emotional satisfaction, happiness, but also it can ring in the ending of a cycle. Let's have a look what shows up with that. Oh, 2 tens in love. All right, so 2 tens, changes perhaps in relationship matters this week with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords showing there. 4 of Cups energy. I feel that there's an end. I think that there's a change happening here in love. And I think that some of you guys are surrendering to the idea of perhaps being on your own. 4 of Coins energy, because the Ten of Swords also means to surrender to something. When you get a Ten of Swords, it's almost like you're a victim, so there's nothing that you can do. So what we use is the word surrender. So there's a need to surrender to that 4 of Coins energy there showing up. And I think that this Ten of Cups here is saying goodbye. It's the ending of a cycle. Something has changed here in a relationship. And I feel, and plus we've got the 2 tens, which mean change anyway, but something has changed. You guys surrendering to that 4 of Coins. Some of you guys are surrendering to the idea of either being on your own or having to reject a relationship or reject someone showing here. The 6 of Cups though, so the 6 of Cups usually would be a soulmate energy in a relationship, a very close relationship. But the 4 of Coins and the 6 of Cups, quite a good combination as far as I'm concerned, because this is the card about holding on, or it's a card about maintaining the status quo. It's a card about stability within a very close relationship. The Knight of Wands, that's you, Sagittarius, pursuing. You're pursuing the 6 of Cups. You're looking for it. Because the Knight of Wands is an explorer. So when he's facing into a card, especially as it's you, that's you looking for the 6 of Cups. You're looking for a really close relationship. So I would say here, actually, there is an ending cycle here. And some of you guys are surrendering. You're accepting that you have to kind of put your barriers up. Because what you're looking for with the Knight of Wands is a close relationship. To me, this kind of says that Sagittarius, some of you guys, if it resonates with you, that you're kind of saying, you know what, actually, I'm gonna put up my barriers. When you get certain cards that put up armor, 4 of Coins is one. Usually the 4 of Coins is all over this guy, you know. It's not so much showing here, but the 4 of Coins usually just in general in terms of a love reading. It's ruled by Capricorn actually, I think. I think it's third decan Capricorn. And this is all about somebody who loves wealth rather than relationships usually when you get the 4 of Coins energy. So it's not that you love wealth more than, because Capricorn is the sign of you know, financial abundance. It's a sign of hard work and ambition. Some of you guys are accepting that you really need to, for some of you, focusing on your work, because what you're looking for is something close. So some of you guys are saying, you know what, things are changing here, the 2 10s, but especially that 10 of Cups, things are changing. I now accept that maybe I've got to look after me, because the 4 of Coins is all about looking after yourself as well. It's all about valuing the self. It's self-value. All right, so some of you guys accepting I've got to look after me, because what I'm looking for is a really close relationship with someone. So in a way, it's almost like, well, if I can't find that, I really need to start looking after my own interest, and that's looking after your own interest. The Emperor. So the Emperor could be a person, Aries perhaps, or the Emperor could be about trying to build some stability or restore order. The 3 of Wands energy showing here. Okay, so 3 of Wands in a love reading. Sometimes this is waiting or longing. Okay, longing or waiting. Let's have a look at the next one. The 5 of Coins. So the outsider card. This is the outsider. It's the rejection card. Okay, rejection. Let's have a look at the next one. The Page of Cups. You're rejecting this page. The 6 of Swords energy. Let's have a think about this one then. I don't think that you're rejecting a page. I mean, you could be rejecting somebody who's immature, for example. Rejecting someone who's immature here. But the 6 of Swords, this is guidance. When you get 6 of Swords as well in a love reading, this can be somebody who is guiding another. This is support from a partner. So sometimes when you get the 6 of Swords, it's both the partner and you moving on to a new phase. All right, you're moving into a new phase. All right. I mean, some of you guys may be rejecting somebody who's immature here. Maybe with the 6 of Swords energy, you've moved on to a new phase. There's a new phase coming in with that 6 of Swords, or there is a search for clarity with the 6 of Swords, or you're moving on from a battle. It comes after the 5 of Swords showing here. Okay. Some of you guys, it's the imagination. You imagine yourself supporting or being supported by someone here. So you may be imagining with the Page of Cups yourself being supported by a lover here, for example, because this is the card of imagination. So you could be imagining yourselves being supported by another individual. I'm seeing here you guys, though, rejecting. I mean, you've got that. Can you see the outside person and the inside? It depends on which one you are, because this could be taking a gamble as well. When you get can you see, it kind of says 2 things in a way. On the inside, this person has taken a gamble and they've got lots of money. On the outside, these people are looking in. So you've got the outside looking in, and they don't have what this woman has. The 3 of Wands turns its back on that 5. You're looking for, you're actually going towards the Emperor. It's kind of welcoming you. I think that some of you guys are looking to restore order. So you're not taking any more of a gamble on anyone here. What you want, or what you imagine yourself as, probably within the next 6 months or so, is being in a supportive relationship. So I'm going to read it like that. And I think it would kind of fit into the reading as well, in a way, Sagittarius, because I think what's going on here is we've got the 2 10s, so there are definite changes, endings, new beginnings for Sagittarius in love. All right, but I feel that this is more about you guys saying, you know what, I'm kind of done with the way that things were before, because now I accept that I've got to protect my own interests. Okay, because what I'm looking for is the Knight of Wands. He's seeking, he's a seeker. What I am seeking is a close relationship. And when you get the 6 of Cups, that is one of the best cards that you can ever get for love. There's no doubt about it. Really, it is. It is. It's a phenomenal card. Because when you get a 6 of Cups, this is the type of love that goes beyond anything sexual. It goes beyond anything fanciful. It goes beyond anything passionate. This is the card of the person, of the couple that have been together for years. Because what happens with the 6 of Cups is you have to trust someone. Let me give you an example. The 6 of Cups is really a family card. So it deals with the ideas and the themes of family and children and, trusting, loving relationships, reliable relationships. You either have to, like, for example, my 6 of Cups will always be my twin sister. All right, we're twins, yeah. But at the end of the day, I trust my twin sister like nobody else on this earth. She's the only person that I trust on this earth. She really is. She's always there for me. She's helped me with my business. She's now my business partner. She's phenomenal. We did what did we do? We did a tarot meetup. It wasn't a meetup, it was a tarot night, which we're trying to evolve into something else. I won't say what it is. But we're doing, you know, and it was amazing. Lots and lots of people came along. She set everything up. She's done all the campaigns for the website. She's done my new website. She's amazing. I trust her 100%. There's not a part of me that wouldn't trust my twin sister with anything. She's a wonderful human being. This is what I'm saying with the Six of Cups. When you're looking at a relationship, I mean a romantic relationship with someone, you want to have a relationship with someone that is like family. Because that's what the Six of Cups is. So some of you guys are searching for your family. You're searching for your kindred soul. You're searching for your soulmate. That's what you're searching for. Because the Six of Cups is your soulmate. And when you have a soulmate can be anyone. A soulmate can be your lover. It can be your cousin. It can be your aunt. It can be your uncle. It can be your mum. It can be your dad. It can be your sister. It can be your brother. It can be your child. Your soulmate is the person that you connect with. 100%. Your soulmate for me, so a lot of people have different versions of what a soulmate is. For me, the soulmate is someone, of course, me and my twin sister are always, well, we don't always argue, very rarely, but when we argue, we have massive arguments. Never any fighting or anything. We used to do that when we were little. But at the end of the day, of course you're going to argue with your soulmate, but your soulmate will always be the person that you argue with, but the person that you trust the most at the same time. That's the way that I see the soulmate, because nobody's perfect. But it's the person that you know that you're never really going to go to bed on an argument with, and if you do, you're going to say sorry to in the morning. That's the soulmate, and you guys are looking for such a relationship. So you say to yourself, you know what, all change. I now know, because the Ten of Swords is also its acceptance, its surrender, and it's also knowing. I now know, I surrender to, I accept that I have to protect my own interests. Four of Coins is protecting your own interests. This is why it's called the card of meanness. This person looks out for number one. So I now know, I accept that I have to protect my own interests, because I, Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, am seeking a soulmate. Somebody who is more than just a lover, but somebody who is going to be my friend for life. You are seeking a proper relationship. Not some fanciful bullshit, a proper relationship. I am looking for, perhaps you're looking for an Emperor type. Somebody who will protect me, male or female. Somebody who's going to be, stand-up person, moral, that type of thing. Therefore, I now turn my back. I release the need to take a gamble. Especially with someone who comes across as a Page of Cups. They're all very nice on the outside. They've got a really jovial, lovely spirit. They're really kind of, they're quite, this is the kind of sensitivity, yes, but they come across as like being really nice and funny and all that. You say, I no longer with the Three of Wands turning its back on that Five of Coins will take a gamble on this type of person. Because what I imagine myself to be in the next 6 months is or maybe a year, is in a relationship where this Emperor person here, I can see them being my support. You're looking for someone that you're very close to, Six of Cups, and somebody who you can build a really solid, honest, trustworthy relationship with. And you're also looking for someone that's going to support you. And you've got the 2 sixes showing here in the reading as well, which means that you're actually looking for harmony and balance in a relationship. You're tired of going for people who appear to be very funny and very jovial and all the rest of it, but in the end it turns out to nothing. You are seeking the real deal. You're looking for the real deal now. And I think that some of you guys are really kind of affirming that affirming that energy with yourselves this week, which is, I think, phenomenal. Okay, let's have a quick look at what the advice for the week is then, in general. Got these cards called the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Let's have a look. Universe Spirit, I'm going to close my eyes because for some reason he's got words on the front, words on the back, and I hate that. So let's have a look. I'll close my eyes and say, Universe Spirit, one card from the top. What is your advice just in the overall reading for Sagittarius this week? Show me. This one. Slow down is what it's saying. Slow down. It says, let's see if I can get it in the camera right. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do lists. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait. Slow down now. Fantastic. Oh man, always an honour to read for Sagittarius. I love you guys so much. And yeah, thanks for joining me. If you'd like to order a reading, the website details are at the top. You can't click into it, but you can put it into Google. And also, if you just want to go straight through, website details are in the comment section and also at the end screen. Take care, my darlings. Love you. Bye-bye.